Welcome to the court. I am Jester. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off? Okay, we had that woman in the basement. And we need to find a way to escape. Think. I just remembered that I heard the rules for the rite of resurrection when I got this curse stone. But killing other people to bring someone back? That's out of the question. I mean, you do have a pretty dead fiancé, and... Look, Nejima has, like, a lot of soul dregs. If you kill him, take his, and use those to bring your fiancé back, who would blame you? Hajime would never accept sacrificing another person to come back himself. Okay, yeah, he sounds like a really good guy. It's a shame you are not gonna bring him back from the dead. Because of your morals. None of this was ever an option to begin with. The way we lived... Ever since we were kids, we were always ready to die if that's what it came to. We'd never take our foot off the gas just because we were scared of death. We were never such big fans of living anyway. That's why we were always prepared for it. I used to wonder if we took things a little too lightly. But that's just how much we trusted each other. So I have no use for some shitty rite. And that's the truth, Hajime. I need a pen and a phone number for a fax machine so I can call for help. I've got a pen, but it's not working. The ink seems to have dried up. What should I do? I can't just keep searching the room aimlessly. Well, that's our option. There's strange bottles and bags filled with some kind of powder in the boxes. If this place is a factory, these may be their products, but there's no telling if they're dangerous or not. Better not touch them. Well, what other options do we have? I thought there might be some kind of transceiver in here, but it doesn't look like it. Just a bunch of junk. Better search elsewhere. There's a bunch of garbage in the corners. I guess this room isn't used very often at all. I can't just wait here for someone to come to my rescue. I've got to find a way out. Look through here. Miss, I better not... Is there anything in the air duct? Okay, think again. Items. Pen. Oh! I won't be able to write anything with this. I wonder if I could fix it somehow. Can be fixed with nail polish remover. Huh? You can fix this with nail polish remover? What the? Why did that pop into my head all of a sudden? Well, might as well give it a try. If this is one of Hihaku's warehouses, there just might be some nail polish remover somewhere. What was in these cardboard boxes again? Ah, disposed bottles and soap. I wonder if there could be... There it is! Nail polish remover. There's no label, but I'm sure that's what this is. Alright, so if I use this... Use on pen. The tip of the pen has been soaked in with nail polish remover. I should be able to use the pen now, at least for a while. Think. I have a pen and some paper. Now all I need is a phone number I can send a fax to. Do I know of anywhere that has a fax machine? Didn't Haruhi have one? There it is. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along with the telephone network. A fax machine. The number on our home is... Ma'am, is everything okay? I'm fine. There's just something I wanted to check. Is that so? Go back to the bridge. I need a pen and a phone number. I have a pen. Now all I need is the phone number. Do we have any paper? I need a pen and a phone number. This is the number. It happened again. The number for the fax machine just popped into my head. There's no way all this information is coming from my own brain. Oh, there's a spirit behind you. Could someone be sending me their thoughts? Never mind. I have to focus. Let's get this message sent. Now, I need to tell them where I am. If I tell them everything I know about this place, they should be able to figure out where it is. First, I know I'm in a building owned by Hihaku, a factory or a warehouse. For the address, it should be close to... We're near the bridge. Because they saw that ghost there earlier. That's like, it's gotta be the bridge. That's right. My curse echo is the beckoning light. That means this place must be near Honjo Bridge. Okay, time to send it. I think this is how you do it. Alright. If the machine I sent it to is connected, it should be sent. Now please, somebody. Though I think there was one part of this room that I never searched. Wait! This is that thing! Hajime, thanks for waiting. Aw, what's wrong? You're wasting that handsome face of yours looking like that. You think? I think I'm still plenty handsome. Can't argue with that. Are you not meeting with that girl today? Hitomi, I mean? Nah, she's off doing who knows what. That's too bad. I just found a hair catalog I thought would be perfect for her. Seems like you're pretty worried about her. Yeah, she reminds me of myself at that age. I can't help but worry. You think? I'd say she's a little ball of sunshine compared to what you were like. Shut up. I'm talking emotionally. She needs an adult who can understand how she feels. She's like a kitten. She thinks everyone around is out to get her, so she bites at them all. You might be right. So tell her I wanted to see her, will you? Sure, I'll do that, but... This other girl I ran into the other day is a tough case. Oh? She must really be something else if you don't know how to deal with her. No, it's not really that kind of thing. Some people just have so much misfortune thrown at them. What do you mean by that? Well, I can't really get into the details. But she might have the talisman I've been looking for. Said it was a memento from her father. Could we really be related? But it's not like I can just take it from her. What are you mumbling about? Who's related to who? Sorry. It's nothing. It's about that thing with your family, isn't it? Oh, shit! The Yin Scroll! Is she the one who has a piece of the book that your ancestor left behind? Mayu, how do you know that? God, I forget how dense you are sometimes. How long have we been dating now? Besides, you were the one who came crying to me about it when you got wasted that one time. Rambling about how this old book you're supposed to inherit is hidden in these two talismans. And that something was giving you a bad feeling about it and you need to be careful. Oh, right. That's all I know, though, and I wasn't planning to try and pry any further. But it's something important you need to protect, so what are you waffling about? Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Mayu. I feel better now. Oh, that's right. Did you hear the mockingbirds were seen in Honjo? Huh? That came out of nowhere. Mocking what now? It's an urban legend about these bird stickers that show up out of nowhere. I was always kind of curious about them, but I never thought they'd be in Honjo. There may be a bunch showing up all over town, so we gotta keep an eye out. Yeah, it's a visual novel. You feeling alright? What's gotten into you? What's so special about these birds? Come on, one of them is a penguin with a pompadour. You can't tell me that isn't the greatest thing you've ever seen. It is. This game has like a little thing you can do where throughout it you can look for these collectible stickers that are little birds dressed like delinquents. They are amazing and I love them. I will show them to you now. Forget the dramatic flashback to her dead fiance. There's Head Hencho. There's the Sparring Sparrow Bros. There's the Foul Conman. The Quackitude. Oh, I should go and look around for the rest of these later. I know that I'm supposed to be stopping a serial killer, but, like, the birds are more important. That's so dumb. That's right. He was trying to protect something left to him. Could that be the information that Hihaku wanted? Whoa, we got another bird! I think I've done all I can do. All that's left now is to wait. Oh, we gotta go... Okay. We gotta check the fax machine. Oh, the phones. Be my guest. You wouldn't want to keep them waiting. Thank you. I shouldn't be long. Hello, Shigemo residence. Oh, it wasn't the phone. What's wrong? Ah, nothing. It was just the fax machine. I'm still not quite used to it. Oh, this is a fax machine? Amazing. So this is how they look. This is incredible. Goodbye to snail mail, am I right? This is the future. I didn't think this would excite you so much. Oh, something came out. Is it finished? I could watch this thing all day. Huh? What is it? It looks like it was written in pen, but... What's it say? What's it say? It says, help, I'm trapped in a Hihaku Soap's warehouse or factory near Hoanji Bridge. Huh? Hihaku? Why would somebody send me such a message? Am I being pranked? No, this is too fishy to be a coincidence. I wouldn't put it past Hihaku to have someone locked up if it's got anything to do with procuring the right. We should check it out. Hopefully we don't find anything so sinister. To the bridge. After looking around, I determined the abandoned factory is indeed Hihaku's. An abandoned factory near Halanji Bridge. Everything lines up. So the person who faxed us for help is in there? Let's find out. If there's nothing, we should wrap up fast. Isn't this place locked? Don't underestimate me, ma'am. I can make short work of a simple little lock like this. Oh my, you truly are something else. Please be careful then. Time for some good old breaking and entering. Will someone come and save me? Okay, let's see what these two are up to. Start after a visit to Hihaku Soaps. If Hihaku was no good, I don't know if we have any other opportunities. In which case, waiting for her secretary is the only thing we can do. Barging in suddenly didn't work. At this point, there might be nothing more we can do. Huh? What is it? That person coming this way. What? That tall guy? Do you know him? Yeah, from a little while back. Mr. Yumioka, over here! Oh. You're Kamiyoto's manager, Mr. Yumioka, yes? Good to see you again. Miss Kurosuzu. What a coincidence running into you here. Gamiyota? Yumioka? How have things been since we last met? If she just stays with her training, she won't have to rely on cheating people anymore. Yes, she has been keeping at it. Cheating people? Miss Kurosuzu, so glad to see you're doing well. I assure you we've had no issues you need to concern yourself with. Dude, you kidnapped a woman and murdered her fiancé. You gotta tell me what happened. A case from a while back. A family overseeing a reliquary came to us saying they were being investigated by someone suspicious. Investigated? A psychic showed up named Sugen Gaimota suddenly showed up. She said she had a premonition that something terrible would happen and had to exorcise the temple immediately. Sounds like a cover for a burglary. After they notified the police, I was dispatched there by Paranormal Affairs. I inspected the place myself, but didn't see anything wrong, so I sent them away. He acted as Gamioto's manager during the case. suspicious. Apparently, she was looking for something there, but I told her that's no excuse for fraud and sent her off with a scolding. And honestly, Gamioto wouldn't have even had much spirit sense to speak of, which soured my mood on the whole thing. Right, so she was one of those types then. Well, she's involved in all kinds of stuff, so she may at least be knowledgeable about paranormal objects. If you have no further business with me, then I'll be on my... Oh, before you go, Gamioto seemed to know a lot about paranormal objects. It would be a huge help if we could ask her about something. And what might that be? Is she familiar with an ancient text called the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? Or anything about the descendants of Amiyoji named Seaman Tsukumikata? I beg your pardon. Miss Kurosuzu, how do you... So you do know about it? I see. If that's what you're after, then that means... Hold it! Don't tell me you're trying to snatch up some innocent schoolgirls this time! Stop! Right there! Huh? Oh, fuck yeah! She's pissed! If it isn't Yumioka, what a pleasure to see you again. What? Mayu Chozawa, what are you doing here? Huh? Chozawa? This investigator here helped me out. You really did a number on me. What do you know? We just so happen to have some business with Hihaku ourselves. Why don't you join us? You can do that much for us, can't you? You work for Hihaku after all. Depending on how this conversation goes, I won't have to get the police involved. Huh? You work for Hihaku? What's going on? You're going to jail, my guy. There's really no way you can refuse, though, is there? You two young ladies must be involved as well. Would you care to join us? Oh, sure. And now we're at a public park. Quite the view, isn't it? How long can you play dumb with this many people lined up and waiting for answers from you? You'd better just give in and come clean with everything you know. Ugh. Oh God, you're just not gonna say anything? I'll cut to the chase then. Are you the ones who killed Hajime Yoshimi? No, we did not. Don't try and play dumb now. If not you, then who? That much I don't know. While it is true that we were after the information he possessed, he was killed by someone else before we could acquire it. Which forced us to target you instead, Miss Chozawa. And that's why you forced me to talk and why I ended up with this curse, huh? Indeed, though I never thought you would escape. Well, it took a couple of miracles, but yeah, I got out. And just what information did Hajime have that you wanted? You really think you can get away without answering now? But... Fine, I'll let someone else ask you something for now. Now then, I've come to hand over the Haunting Clapper's curse stone like I've promised. A curse stone? Thank you. I have to admit, I'm surprised that you're a man of your word. But first, I've got some questions about the curse stones you already have. What exactly do you want to know? Earlier, you said that Hihaku have collected 6 curse stones already. 6? I'd like to confirm which of the 7 mysteries they correspond to. Why do you need to know that? Because I don't trust you, of course. If you really collected them like you say, you'd have no problem saying which curse stones they are, right? First, the Whispering Canal. Good, good, and what else? Mayu Chozawa over there has the Beckoning Light. Yep, you were the one who made sure I got it. What? Unfortunately for you, I don't feel like handing it over. So I don't think it counts as one of yours. Good to know. Anyway, do continue. Next, there's the ever-burning lantern, which we gave to Hideki Arashi. So you consider that one of Hihaku's then? Whatever. We'll worry about that later. That's 3. What about the others? Well, the others are... the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. You don't have that. What? And lastly, the Fool's Procession, if I recall. So you claim. How about it, Mademoiselle? That's wrong. Those 3 are with the Inspector Tsutsumi. I gave the Fool's Procession to him myself, so I know he's wrong. There you have it. Too bad for you, pal. If our agreement was founded on lies, then I have no duty to hand over my curse stone like I'd promised. Meaning the only curse stone you have is the Whispering Canal. And it inevitably follows that you used it to kill that young man at Kinshibori Park. Such a horrible act, and to your own employee, no less. No, there you are mistaken. To be entirely frank with you, we do not possess a single curse stone. What? We plan to collect soul dregs using any method available to us, of course, as we needed the right. But committing murder ourselves was too much of a risk. We intended on having others collect the soul dregs for us. Is that so? How is that less risky? If you're doing it yourself, you know you're gonna keep your own mouth shut. If you're having other people do it for you, they're gonna spread that shit like wildfire. You're a dumbass. Therefore, I myself have no soul dregs in my possession. It was our plan to arrange for particularly greedy individuals to receive the curses. What? Is it possible Shogo Oki came to possess the Whispering Canal because of that? But by the time I became aware of this, he was already dead. I don't believe you. Are you really trying to talk your way out of this now? Or do you really want me to believe a Hihaku employee was cursed by a complete coincidence? That is the truth, whether you believe me or not. It must have been someone else entirely who took Shogo Oki's stone and killed him. Damn it, Yoko. I have no idea whatsoever whose hands the Whispering Canal is in now, nor where it may be. Oh, could it really be? Then it wasn't Hihaku who put the idea in Fumichika Nejima's head to get a curse stone either. Nejima? The only ones we've negotiated with were Iwai and Arashi. Interesting. Excuse me, but does that mean you don't know the location of the remaining curse stones either? There's one that hasn't been mentioned. What about the Taiko Sugaru? Oh, good question, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'm afraid I have no information in that regard either. Have you heard enough about curse stones? I have nothing else to tell you. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. What is it, mademoiselle? Would you be willing to give up the curse stone you have? Ah, yes, you have a point. They're too dangerous to carelessly walk around in one's pocket. However, sorry to disappoint you, that's not possible at the moment. And why is that? Ah, you don't know, do you? Then I'll tell both you and our friend from Hihaku over there. I doubt any of you have attempted it yet. But it seems that curse stones cannot be given to normal people. What? I actually tested it with the madame here earlier. Even if you give the curse stone to someone else, the curse bearer doesn't change, and the stone eventually makes its way back to the bearer. It's almost obvious when you think about it, seeing as how the curse stones appeared to the curse bearers of their own accord to begin with. But Inspector Tatsumi has collected curse stones from other curse bearers. Then Inspector Tatsumi must be a curse bearer himself. Ah. So what you're saying is curse stones can only be transferred between curse bearers? And obtaining a curse stone alone doesn't make someone a curse bearer, so they can't use its curse? Exactly. So they aren't quite as dangerous as you think. As for Hihaku's intention of just collecting the curse stones for themselves, unfortunately for them, it was never going to work unless there's a curse bearer amongst them. That damn Arashi. How could he not know this? That must be why I sensed that I couldn't take Yaku's curse stone. I returned it right away when I borrowed it from her earlier. That's precisely how it works, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'll give mine directly to Inspector Tatsumi later. If you know Inspector Tatsumi, then I think that's best. Thank you. Excuse me. I had no idea that Gamioto was connected with Hihaku. So I'd like to ask. Was it Miss Yamamori from Hihaku who obtained the Record of Fates and passed it on to Arashi? No, that was not the case. Oh, my mistake. Was it Tsuden Gamioto's doing then? No, it was not. We first learned of the Record of Fates from Mr. Arashi. It was then that Miss Yamamori gained an interest and extended a contract to compensate him in return for his research and findings. Then who was it that activated the Feast of Shadows to call forth the Curse of the Seven Mysteries? I give you my word that we had no part in that. We had learned from Arashi beforehand that something would happen at midnight last night. That is all. Hey! There's no way that's true! Stop lying! Oh yeah, Yako's gonna throw hands! Fuck him up! I must ask you please refrain from violence. Hold on, Yako, it's alright. The minute I learned that Gamioto was none other than the Queen of Hihaku herself, I felt that was the case. She doesn't have strong enough spirit sense for it. Oh, gotcha. Well, it is somewhat shameful. If you require proof, then so be it. What? So that talk of supernatural powers was just hot air? I don't think she has zero spirit sense, but even Yako here has more than her. I do? Yako, you were possessed by a ghost for like a week. You've got spirit sense. Also, the spirit power lingering in this park has been bothering me for quite some time. The person who died here must have had a considerably powerful spirit. If they were a Hihaku employee, then maybe they should have been the one running things. My, to think Shogo Oki was so talented. At any rate, Hihaku wasn't the mastermind behind exposing the Record of Fates to the world and initiating the Feast of Shadows. I think we can be sure about that. Hello! Alright. And you know about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll too, don't you? If you were researching the Rite of Resurrection in the Record of Fates, then you must have looked into the Yin Scroll as well. That's right. The Record of Fates alone wasn't enough to learn how to collect soul dregs. I'm sure you looked into many things on your own, but how much do you actually know? Who and where Seaman Tsukumiyo's descendants are? Were you able to find that sort of information with Gamioto's connections? I can't reveal that. My dog's barking like a lunatic. I gotta go check on that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Then would you prefer I expose to the public how Gamioto is a fraud with almost zero spirit sense?
Fine, I understand. From the results of our independent research, I found that Seaman Tsukumoto's descendant was Hajime Yoshimi.
What?
So that's why you went after Hajime. However, Hajime Yoshimi was only carrying a fragment of the whole.
A fragment?
That's right. He did say something about a fragment of an old manuscript. The location of the Yin Scroll was hidden. This information was split between two and hidden in a pair of talismans, which were then passed down from generation to generation.
Talismans? I see.
Hajime Yoshimi was supposed to have one, but it was almost certainly stolen when he was killed. It's possible that he knew the location of the other as well.
So that's why you questioned me about things he inherited.
The girl Hajime had been helping recently must have had it then.
Oh! Michio's talisman!
Yes, Michio Shirashi was also likely a descendant of Seaman Tsukumoto.
What?
The talisman she carried as a keepsake from her father, we'd searched for it based on Miss Chozawa's memories. However, Michio Shirashi was already dead. Yes, by coincidence, she happened to be closely connected to Mr. Owai, so we began our investigation there. But he was already dead, too, leaving you in a quandary.
I see. Mio, if we can get both of the talismans.
Yep, we'll know the location of the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll.
Wow, sometimes the answer is right under your nose. Sometimes those answers are the hardest to find. Yako, let's keep quiet about the location of the talismans for now, okay?
Ah, right. No need for Yumioka to know. That was a close one. I almost let it slip. Okay, I think that's about all we have to ask him. We'll let you off for today since you went along with all our questions nicely. A pleasure working with you. We're done here. But the information you have...
The hell are you whining about? I said we're done, so scram.
Ugh.
Yeah, run away. Run away like a little bitch.
That's all our business as well, so I shall be bidding you all farewell. Yes, right.
Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. Please don't forget about that curse stone.
Don't you fret. I'll hand it over to Inspector Tsutsumi like I promised. I'm glad I didn't end up giving it to that Yumioka. Let's take our leave, madame. With this, we'll be freed from this troublesome curse ourselves. Yeah, they're gonna go kill someone. They're gonna go kill someone so they can bring her dead son back to life. Calling it now. That lady and the investigator. We should keep an eye on them.
Agreed.
Really? Why? I think they're up to something. Just my intuition is all, but still.
Yeah. I wonder what that investigator really wanted out of all this. If his goal was getting information about the curse stones, then this might be bad.
Oh, right. I got one of those curse stones too. The beckoning light.
Oh, right. If you wouldn't mind, would you give it to Inspector Tsutsumi without using it?
Yeah, sure. If you introduce me to the cop, that is. I feel like if I keep carrying it around with me, I'll start getting some weird ideas too.
I just remembered! Mayu, I have something important to tell you!
Whoa, what's this? What's with all the yelling all of a sudden? You know a girl named Hitomi Akuda, don't you? Really? Hitomi has Hajime's talisman?
Yes, he entrusted it to her in a panic just before his death. He sensed an imminent crisis closing in on him.
but Hitomi was the only one around that he could ask for help. That's so. I'm sorry she got left with such a big responsibility. That must mean Hajime got killed by someone who was after that talisman. But since he gave it to someone else, they couldn't steal it like they wanted. I'll have to thank Hitomi for that. I also think it's going to be hard for us to get her to give up the talisman. Yeah, you may be right. It was Hajime's dying request to her. So you two need the talisman for something? Yeah! Personally, I'd like to use the talisman as bait. Then I could get my hands on the bastard that killed Hajime. Please, I promise we'll uncover the mastermind behind all this. They probably have supernatural abilities at their disposal. Please, leave them to us. Yeah, we'll catch them. Don't you worry. Well, look at that. You've got that look in your eyes. The look that young people get that says they'll get something done no matter what it takes. How am I supposed to say no to that? You go find them and give them what they deserve for what they did to my Hajime, you hear? We will. I'm pretty mad at them myself. If punches won't work on them, I'll give them a good one. If punches work on them, I'll give them a good one. Haha, now that I can get behind. I'll leave it to you two. Now then, your next move should be to find Hitomi and get that talisman. Though, isn't there one more talisman that you need? Right. We've got a pretty good idea of where the one Michio had is. We'll have to check with Inspector Tsumi about it. We should go back to the school and call him. You got it. Okay, I'll head to the high school now and wait for you there. Perfect! Ma'am, what are you up to? Haruhi and Raicher rescue Maya Trizawa and interrogate her along with Takumi Yumioka. Yet they fail to gain any particularly useful information about the curse bearers. They decide to return to Haruhi's home when... We've received an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and got on the run, but was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on site, and its whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. Interesting. If it's being reported on the news, then that lends credence to her story. Anyways, I should ask about her side of the story. Oh my god, why are you here? Bitch, get the fuck out of my house! Well, it's just like I said, right? The female hostage mentioned on the news just now. That must have been you. Which means you killed Nejima with your own curse stone. Heh, well, you said you'd give me refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. What are you planning? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. You're a curse bearer. So you're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taiko of Sugaru. Then why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know? Don't you think so too? I think so. You're right, it's wrong to kill people for the sake of resurrection. Right? And it's not even 1 for 1, so it's hardly a fair exchange. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul dregs gathered by others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. With no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters into my own hands. I heard Namagaki, that young man you were with, used his curse stone too.
Huh? How you know that? Creepy much? Are you stalking me?
I may have heard it from a detective I know.
Huh, there it is. Cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just because they know a couple of cops. But the police is filled with nothing but scum.
My, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Yeah, it's her raging daddy issues.
Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyway? You gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated.
Right. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm...
No. No, thank you.
She's such a bitch!
So what were we talking about again? Oh, right. Yutaro Nomagaki. He's no good, honestly. He was such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse. And even then, he was pissing his pants. And just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment.
So that's what happened.
Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted to get it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is. Collecting soul dregs on my own.
Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strangers.
It is. And are you okay with telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please.
Well, I am Haruhi Shigema, and this is my house. My father and husband are both with the police.
Is that so? Then you know that cops are just the worst people, right?
Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family.
You haven't seen your husband in months. He's never around.
In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it, no matter what happens.
God, I know, right? What a relief. You understand. I think we might get along.
Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Richard Kai, private investigator.
Did I ask? But, you're an investigator? So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Oh, is that why you keep probing with all these questions? Ew.
Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you've got of me.
Hey, lady, why are you working with this dude?
I asked him to look into something for me.
Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way.
Isn't your father a police officer as well?
That man is not my father. Not in name or deed.
Sounds like there's some bad blood there.
I've already legally cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today and still refused to help me. I think the game's going okay, but I'm pretty sure this chick is gonna kill me. I do not trust her, and I don't know why they let her into their house.
You met him today?
Yes, today. Remember that Chief Susumi who was chasing Nejima? Well, that's him. My dad.
What? I already figured that out ages ago. You're his daughter?
Former daughter. I've cut ties. He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title.
You know, I heard something about that Nejima guy. Apparently, he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Tsutsumi for his arrest by going after his daughter.
Wait, really?
And I heard the police had been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. So that explains why the police were staking out your place, too.
Man,
How could I have known that? They came in such an intimidating numbers. Wait, huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Nejima was specifically after my life today? That sounds about right. It's a good thing you got out unscathed, or rather managed to turn the tables on him. Oh, that means legally speaking, it was self-defense. But that truly was quite frightening. To think I'd have to go through that just for being related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It truly is, to cause their own child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one who needs to apologize, lady. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. What? How awful! That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, now that you say it, I do remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, huh? My condolences. So when you were taken hostage by Nejima, you used the curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah. I didn't really have much time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again? Your curse stone? Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse stone just now and, yup, it seems I activated it. Oh my god, Richard! What? You're using it now? It might still be a little weak, I guess. I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly. But I think I could get it to work once more. Oh, that's so. Sure is. So I'll give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful, It started? What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is for the conditions to be fulfilled. You come into this woman's house asking for her help, and then you try to kill her. Fucking bitch. I hadn't even considered it. Would it be possible to use my stone as well now? If it's already active, does that mean we'll die the second we trip her conditions? Her proclamation meant she thinks I'm a curse bearer. Did she find out? Or is this a trick to get me to admit it? She activated her curse. The curse stones can be used already. I let my guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Oh my fucking god. We're fucking boned. Shit, 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 shit. Why me? No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? It's as I thought, you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? I think that her curse stone's condition is lying. So I think if we get caught lying, then she can activate it. So I'm going to tell the truth. Yes, I am. I'm sure you've already noticed. Well, yeah. Around last night, it was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you've got the haunting clappers? Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul dregs on the table for killing a curse bearer, you know? I'm well aware. Did you get soul dregs when you killed Nejima? Of course. His curse stone already contains some soul dregs as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul dregs across several curse stones? Correct. All it needs is the prerequisite amount As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am. This bitch fucking deserves to die. Okay, let's look at what this woman did. She was a passenger in a hit and run, encouraged the driver to flee, went back to the scene of the crime, took possessions off the corpse of the little girl they ran over, and then helped the driver hide what he'd done. Then she motivated a person to kill people, making her an accessory to murder. She did kill a man in self-defense. That wasn't on her. That was free for her. But she did evade the police. And she's trying to kill someone who's showing her hospitality. Bitch deserves to be in the ground. Kill her. Take her soul dregs. Bring your little boy back to life. She wants to bring back a fucking dead painter. Tobacco. Do you smoke? Huh? Well, a little. Oh, she's got a lighter on her. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in the family does. Use curse! I'm pressing the LT button! Ah! Did you try to use your curse just now? Yes. It seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. I wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did? You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is the condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do was activate your curse first. I brought everything Nejima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Nejima. How did you kill Fumichika Nejima? I'm not telling you. I only ask because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. There's not much to say. We talked, and he cleared the conditions for my stone. Did he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? It didn't feel like he did, no. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell you. I agree. We gotta restart. I'm not letting this bitch kill us. About it, although we met a few times, I didn't even know your name. I guess we're more like acquaintances now.
What do you desire? Now, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? Huh? Oh, what? Man, please, think this through. I did think it through. I want this bitch fucking dead. I feel good about this. I feel very, very good about this right now. Ma'am, why? Bitch, he was gonna kill us! She was gonna kill us! To bring back a dead painter! I think we should let Haruhi murder one bitch in self-defense so that she can bring back her dead child. It was the only way. Raicher, could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. Maybe we should get a fire extinguisher so that doesn't spread to the rest of the house. Some days later. Amamori, do you have a moment? Of course. What is it, Mr. Reicher? I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child that she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son was somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead, or so the legend goes. I heard it's being adapted into a No play, too. Interesting. And? Well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. Sorry to ask again, but what are you on about? She was going to kill us. It was an act of self-defense, and also I really, really hated her. She was the worst. Her boyfriend ran over a high school girl on the side of the road, and then she went back to the corpse and stole something off the dead body. Who the fuck does that? All to bring back a dead painter. This is the best ending in my eyes. I know it's not the true ending, and I'm gonna go and have to go back, but it may not be the true ending of the game, but in my heart, this will always be the best ending. Cause fuck that bitch, she deserved to be burned to death. I think I have been on Haruhi's side the entire time. I'm like, fuck yeah, kill people to bring your little boy back. That's her son. That was her baby. Why wouldn't she kill someone to bring him back from the dead? Also, Reicher had no right to be so surprised that she did that. Oh, a fish! Reicher had no right to be so shocked. He knew who he was working for. He knew what Haruhi was about. Never mind, it is what it is. Welcome to my office. It might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernstein, say hello. That's it, good girl. Oh yeah, I forgot he has a parrot.
Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great. It's so much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, Amamori, don't you tell the kid to give up on his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Ahem, pardon me. Let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Ending 3, Harui's Legacy. That was her baby boy. She would do anything to bring him back. Okay, let's do this again. I'll pull up a walkthrough to find, like, a peaceful solution, since me wanting to kill her wasn't the best choice. Pulling up walkthrough because I choose murder every time. Oh, nope, we fucked up. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. She's not supposed to be here. My true ending was Haruhi succeeding in everything. Things were supposed to go differently on the bridge, and that's why everything went crazy. Okay, I figured it out. Oh god, we messed up. Let me go back. Oh, I did it again. It's like, I've already unlocked 2 different endings for this game so far. But I want to get the true ending. It's hard to keep track of which one that is. There we go. I think we need to make sure she doesn't kill him. And I think the reason she got kidnapped was because Aereo didn't have his gun up. Aereo, shoot him. Aereo! Use the gun! Aereo, use the gun! Aereo, you had the gun up. Aereo, why? I can't trust Aereo to do anything. Let's see. Okay, we can just, like, unlock the ending to see what happens if she kills us. Ending 3. We've unlocked ending 2. Oh wait, I accidentally burned her alive again. I swear that was an accident. I know I was like earlier saying I really liked having burned her alive. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do was activate your curse first. I brought everything Nejima had on him. He was one of... Let's go. There's not much to say. We talked, and he cleared the conditions of my curse stone. Did he show you any signs of remorse over his past crimes? It didn't feel like he did, no. I see. Negotiate. Alrighty. With your cards on the tables, you're out of options. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force, but he's not going to do that, is he? Correct. I won't take the risk, not while your curse's conditions are unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? You said it was your son, right? The one you want to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son would grow up knowing you for who you are. Someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. Oh shit, she's making some good points. Maybe lighting her on fire wasn't the best thing to do as a parent. You would be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? Huh. If you didn't even think about that, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires?
That's not... Ma'am, what she's saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not... We discovered the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to come to understand your own feelings. I'll help you every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does.
What will you do?
Ma'am, if you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayame is giving you a chance. Think hard, and then give your answer. Give up the curse stone. Oh, fuck. I hate this bitch.
Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you could see reason.
Ma'am, you made the right choice. I don't feel like we did. I don't trust this bitch at all.
Dang. You really didn't collect any soul dregs, huh?
I promised myself that if I ever used it, it would only be once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers.
So they only need to be carrying a flame. That seems pretty practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave then. There's no point in going after you for soul dregs, so I'm off to the next curse bearer.
Do you know who remains? You speak as if you've already figured it out.
I've got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me?
It's not my place to intervene.
All right then. Hey lady, can I borrow your phone?
I don't mind. But who are you calling?
The cops. I think it would be faster if I called them directly.
I don't feel good about having done that. I didn't want to give her my curse stone. The game gave me a lot of reasons to not trust this woman. She's kind of fucked up. But oh well. I think this is a good place to end things. I'm pretty sure next session will probably be our last. So join me next time to try and get the true ending of the game. See you later. Show's over.